Hey good people, Batavia here. We're going to take a look at what's still growing in the front yard at the end of September. See you in a few. Okie doke. Quick housekeeping items. Thank yous to those who like, watch, subscribe, comment, and share Be Better Garden. We appreciate it. If you haven't subscribed already, consider it. There's a button below. And if you hit the notification bell, you'll be alerted each time I share more #GardenJoy. The other videos, what we've done for the summer, other garden tours, there are links in the description. I wanted to show kind of where everything is when it comes to the front yard. We'll dig in there, and then just a quick note, it's windy city, Chicago. So I'm gonna try to get through this. This is probably gonna be a shorter video, combination of the wind, and I've pulled a few things up. So let's dig in. Alrighty, so bed number one, you can see it's pretty bare. I pulled all of the cucumbers out some weeks back now. So the last time we shared the front yard garden, it was full of cucumbers. Now, not so much, but you do get a better look at the peppers that are in here. I actually topped off the bed too with soil, and so I have this wire here. Since there's nothing planted, or not much, I just want to avoid, you know, cats and squirrels and such digging in it. So that was the orange pepper, which is super tasty. So I'm going to make sure to grow this next year. And then the confetti peppers. More of the orange peppers. I have some seeds, but I'm going to make sure to save some too. So bed number two is still, as far as the peppers go, still going strong. I actually see a little buddy here, a grasshopper making its comfort. So I've been actually jumping as they've jumped or hopped all summer long. You'll see cayenne peppers that are actually drying on the vine. I need to harvest some of those. I actually don't have any like your regular seasoning cayenne pepper, so I need to dry some more peppers to make some of that. That was a bell pepper plant, my neighbor's bell pepper plant. And then all of these are still your jalapenos, and they have just produced and produced and produced. I've already picked 6 pounds off of these plants, and I wanted to get out here today because I'm going to harvest more. That first batch I ended up making a bunch of candy jalapeno peppers. There was, I think, like 12 of the itty bitty jars, so they're like the quarter pint, and then I ended up doing like 4 of the half pint jars, and then a bunch of the syrup I also canned. So today I want to pick a bunch more to do your traditional pickled jalapenos. And then depending on what I have left, I'm going to do more candy jalapenos. So check your mail this holiday season. You may have a treat from me. So that's still going strong. These will grow until the frost. I'm just over 30 days away from my approximate frost date. We're gonna go inside, and this is where the things start to die, right? So these were the summer melons. On this side we had cantaloupe and my favorite mango melon. There are a couple that are still small, and I just don't know if they're gonna get to maturity based on the time we have left and the changing temps, but we'll see. Remember the long yard long beans? I'm letting these dry so I can save the beans to plant them next year. A little sneak peek from container gardening. So sweet potatoes. I dug this up a couple of days ago and have had it curing, but I wanted to kind of show you one of the sizes, which all in all is much smaller than I would ever purchase at a grocery store, but hey, we'll see. I'm leaving these for a while longer. Let's see if I can get some more sizable sweet potatoes. So once I get done here, I'll put this back inside to cure a bit further. Let's see, let's come around. So I know bare is the garden bed. So I spent an afternoon digging up everything that was here with the exception of these pepper plants. So one is this was a jalapeno, no, it was a poblano pepper. And so I actually brought them out. I only ended up getting 2 poblanos. Reason being, and you can see kind of how leggy the plants are. These were stuffed behind, this is a bell pepper. These are stuffed behind everything else. So I had cucumbers, eggplants, just a bunch of things, tomatillos in the back. And these poor plants were just fighting to get to the light. So they didn't produce a lot. I'll make a note of that for next season. I did just want to update you, last garden tour for the front yard, I hadn't got any lemon cucumbers, but since then I've gotten a bunch. So I definitely will grow that next year. Here's the infamous cucamelon that I pulled up from this bed. And then the Russian kale that was basically hidden from everything else based on everything that was growing in this bed. So this is starting to perk up, starting to get some light now. Final bed for the front yard, the raised bed that just keeps on giving. So bell peppers doing fine here. That one green zebra plant is still doing fine. You can see some of that fruit. It's one of my favorites. This year I have 2 plants, and that may be 1 too many. So let me know if you guys have any recommendations on, I guess, ways to use the green zebra. My okra is still going. I actually need to get out here and cut some of this okra. Some of this may be too big. It was like a couple of days, it wasn't doing anything, and then I didn't look a day, and here we are. But I want to show what I'm most excited about at this point in the front yard garden. Alrighty, so I still have melons. I have still cantaloupe, and I actually was doing some work out here the other day and just saw a cantaloupe sitting here, and like inside of the bed it had fallen from the vine, and luckily I got to it just in time because the ants hadn't gotten to it yet. But this could be my first honeydew melon. I've been looking at it. I think it's time. I've heard of different ways to tell if it's ripe. I see a little bit of cracking, and I know when that happens, you know, you could have bugs that get to it. So I think I'm going to cut this today. If I end up cutting it today, I'll drop some footage in of what the inside looks like. So I have a couple more of those, which is pretty cool. I don't know, like for instance, if this one would get to the point of maturity, but hey, if I could get one honeydew melon that's sweet, that would be a win. All right, so we're in the kitchen. I finished with all of my morning harvesting. So I'm going to show you what I got out of today's batch from the front yard garden. And then we did get to that melon, so we're going to cut that up too. Alrighty, so I harvested every red jalapeno that I could find. And we have gotten just about 6 pounds again. So I'll see how much this container weighs, but you know, we're talking ounces. So I'm going to call this 6 pounds. We got to some cayenne peppers. I pulled the okra that was getting large. I actually have already snacked on some of the largest ones, so it's still good to eat. And then we have our melon. All right, so I'm gonna situate myself here, and then we're gonna get to cutting. All right, so I'm gonna turn this buddy on its side. Hopeful. All right. Well, so that's the inside. I'm thinking, well, you know what? I'm just gonna taste it. Let's see. Okay, yeah, it's this is good stuff. All right, that's what I got. Thanks for spending some time with me. I appreciate it. I shall see you all on the next one. Yeah, I'm like literally like teary-eyed. I know, I can't help myself. Super good. All right.